Hey everyone, my name is Victor Young, and I am your daily life coach. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you guys have been following me on Facebook and Instagram, because everything I talked about in my post-COVID podcast is coming true right now. All the things about the world has fast-forwarded, it's morphed, it's leaped into the future by 5 years or so, based upon the technology that's been deployed. But that's not what this podcast is about. I just wanted to give you a reminder. Go to The Daily Life Coach on Facebook if you want to see some of the videos I'm going to post about the technology that is running wild right now. So for all of you individuals who are wrestling with your teammates and your coworkers, your energy is misplaced. It's in the wrong place. Take a look at the technology that's being deployed. But today's podcast is more human. Back to the human, away from the technology for a little while. Because I know people who don't believe in the rise of the machine think I'm a little crazy. So we're going to keep it human today. Today's podcast is, how do I say no professionally? That's right. How do I say no professionally? First off, before I tell you how to say no professionally, I just want to give you a few situations why you would want to say no professionally. Because most people think if someone called me and asked me to do something, I must respond. I must say yes. I must make myself available. But frankly, you may not have the availability to actually perform the job as needed on the timeline, etc., etc., etc. Every now and again, you just have to say no or later. I'll give you an example. I had a conversation today with a very brilliant artist, extremely talented artist, who I was going to commission to do a very lucrative project. And here's how it went down. I will give you this large satchel of cash, this extremely weighted satchel of cash. It might even be Cougarans, could be gold coins. I don't know, but it's a lot of money in this bag. And I will give it to you in return for this piece of art. I need you to be my eyes and draw this for me. And this artist said, sure, I'll do it. I will gladly take your large satchel of cash. But this was the problem. She didn't have the availability to do the job. So what happens? She makes a commitment and she's too busy. Now, I like to say this. Being too busy is okay. This is a situation where you need to say, unfortunately, I am unavailable from this date until this date. You have to be able to say no or yes, but this is when. Because the worst thing you can do professionally is overcommit yourself beyond your ability to perform as needed. In other words, you can't lie to people, hold them up, or slow their business down to your pace. Because that little bit of extra greed that says, yes, I can do it, might cost that person a client. It might cost them some form of penalty, a deadline to launch their business. And they may have a lot of other individuals that can do the job. So don't think you're the only person who can do it. You were just the first person they called and reached out to because they like you for some reason. So here's the most dangerous thing in the world you're doing when you're actually overcommitting yourself to someone and you're unwilling to perform as needed. They are putting you first in their order of importance on their vendor list for whatever service or product you have. And in turn, you're putting them last. I'm going to say that again. They're thinking of you first and you're putting them last on the list. And it's okay if you communicate and say, no, I'm unavailable, or if you say, I am available, but it's going to be 2 weeks. It's going to be 3 weeks, whenever it is. You've got to give them the opportunity to say, no, this project's not a rush, and I can wait on it. Or, you know what? I got to have this project turned around faster. Thank you for telling me up front you couldn't, and I'll call you for the next one. And they will if they like you, especially if you were professional and you were honest. Now, when you say no to someone, you don't have to tell them all your business. Well, I'm having this bump cut off my butt, and it's been there for a long time, and I've got this date planned, and my butt's really... You don't have to go through that. No. You're not required to tell them your whole life story. It's my first vacation in 17 years. No, you don't have to. It's okay just to say, I am unavailable. I can't make your timeline. But if it's available on this timeline, I would love to work with you. And if this one doesn't work for me, please consider me for the next one. I see so many contractors, plumbers, HVAC guys, generator companies, artists. Doesn't matter. People are not being considerate of the individual's time, money, and commitments to do the job. Henceforth, it's sparking the need for more technology and innovation because humans become unreliable. Technology, you put it in the queue, it gets done. You give it something to resolve, it resolves it. Humans, we are making ourselves more difficult to deal with. We're shortening our life cycle in the professional realm. Every time we make a bad decision, misinform someone, put them on the back of our list, and not appreciate their time, the call, or the opportunity they're giving us. If you can't get to it, if you've got a class, if you've got another job that you have to finish, if you have a vacation, a doctor's appointment, it doesn't matter. Just say I'm unavailable. No, in a nice professional manner. That, my friends, is how you say no. This may be my shortest podcast of all times, but in my opinion, one of the most powerful podcasts. Don't make yourself obsolete by overcommitting or not appreciating and respecting someone else's time, money, and obligations. They would rather hear you say no so they can go to the next person on the list, whoever she may be or he may be. That's it this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And for all you people that hear no, respect the no. Don't push it. Don't fight it. Don't make the relationship awkward by asking, well, what else do you have to do? Because frankly, they don't have to tell you that. I'm unavailable. Now, if it's your boss at work, yeah, that might be a different problem if they ask you to go and do something today and you just make yourself unavailable and clock yourself out. So don't get this confused with being an idiot at work and get yourself fired tomorrow and say the Daily Life Coach told me I could just be unavailable. Let's be responsible with this good information and good advice, people. Have a happy holidays. This one's on the house. And again, check out some of my videos at The Victor Young on Instagram and The Daily Life Coach on Facebook. Have a great day. Happy holidays. And I'll see you next time.